Hello seekers, welcome to Punneit Astrology, your one-stop astro channel. Thank you for joining me and thank you for liking and subscribing this channel. And if you have not subscribed, do not forget to subscribe and like my videos and explore the videos on the channel. There is a unique concept. We have heard about Sadesati, that's a 7.5 period of Saturn transit over the moon. But what happens when Saturn goes into the 8th house but from moon, not from your ascendant but from the moon? That means you put moon in the first house, you rotate your chart or find out what your Rashi chart is, that means Chandra Kundli, moon's horoscope, or these are the names for that, and see if your Saturn is in the 8th house. So say for example, right now Saturn is in the sign of Capricorn, so Saturn is 8th from Gemini. So the entire Gemini population is undergoing a particular kind of phase called as Ashtam Dhaya. Now Ashtam means 8th and Dhaya means 2.5 years, which is the natural course of transit duration of Saturn in a particular house. That means it simply denotes transit of Saturn in the 8th from moon. What is this transit all about? What is so unique about this? We will talk in this video. Stay tuned till the end. You will get to know much more. And if you have any questions related to this video, post in the comment section below. I will try to address it in my Q&A video in the future. If you want to follow me on social media and if you want to get a quick glimpse on other astrobites and other unique features about astrology that I try to post, and maybe some astro travel videos where some posts are about the unique temples, the lost temples, try to follow me on Instagram. All the links are in the description box below. If you want to take my consultation, drop me an email. The email ID is also available in the description box below. So let's continue with the Ashtam Dhaya and what's unique about it. When Saturn goes 8th from the moon, you have to understand the position of Saturn. And you have to understand the dilemma of moon. Moon is mind, moon is emotions, moon is the free-flowing prana, moon is the Amrit, the elixir of immortality. And when Saturn, the planet of death, the planet of Kal, the planet of judgment, the karma, goes into the 8th house, house of death, basically Saturn is sitting on the death house of moon. Should we call it as a death of emotions? Saturn is a restrictive planet. When Saturn goes 8th from the moon, it kills unnecessary emotion. It cuts off unnecessary ties, unnecessary energies. And obviously, it can be difficult. It can be painful. It is more painful than the Sadesati, but the problem with the difference, I will not say the problem, but the difference with the Sadesati and Dhaya is that in Sadesati, Saturn is actually transiting in and around moon. So moon can observe what is happening. Now consider 8th house. 8th house is called blind spot. You can't see that house. It's hidden. That's why it's secret. It's underground. It's covered with muddy water. You can't really see. Nothing is clear in this house. And when Saturn goes there, the problem, the source of the problem is unknown. No matter how hard you try, your mind, unless you apply your Mercury, you apply your wisdom, and unless somebody else supports it, by yourself, you will not be able to find the problem. You are getting so frustrated. You may think that this is the source of problem. The A is the source of problem. But when it is actually analyzed, the problem is never the A. The problem is B. You have never looked at that angle. Saturn becomes invisible to moon. Now see what Saturn does. First of all, Saturn is sitting at the death of the emotion. So mind is always about anxious that something can happen. It's always about a sensation of doom. Sensation of negativity is always there in mind. And you have no idea about it. You will feel very curious about situations. But Saturn sitting in the 8th house is aspecting the 10th house. So quietly it is observing the actions of the moon, actions of the mind, because 10th house from moon is the karma of the mind or your intentions towards that house. So let us take an example. Say Gemini moon sign. So now your moon is posited in the 4th house. And Saturn in the sign of Capricorn is in the 11th house. So Saturn is 8th from your moon. The 10th from the moon is your first house. And Saturn aspects that house. That means whatever you think, you are thinking about yourself. And moon in the 4th house shows comfort. So combine the energies of moon's position and combine what the 10th house from moon means, fuse them. Whatever the output you get, Saturn is quietly observing that, and you will see restriction through that process in that energy. So when moon is in 4th house and the first house is under the influence of Saturn, it means suppose you want to buy a sofa. Let's take a very basic example. You want to have a comfortable sofa. You will see that the moment you will bring the sofa, it will break. You won't like it. You will become so busy, you won't be able to sit and enjoy that sofa. Somebody will like and somebody will take away. I'm just giving an example. This is a way you can understand Saturn's third aspect is going to create a struggle to achieve that. You ordered sofa online, the sofa never came for 2 months. It came defective. Refund is not possible. That means a thought process will be created, but it will never be materialized. Now Saturn's 7th aspect sees this position 2nd from the moon. When Saturn is observing 2nd from the moon, now remember for the moon naturally gets exalted in the 2nd house, Taurus, in the natural zodiac belt, because Taurus is about resources and moon is always about enjoying the resources. At the end of the day, man only wants to relish, enjoy. Saturn observes and judges how you utilize your resources. So when you are running with an Ashtam Dhaya, utilization of resources becomes a prime factor how you can handle this Dhaya. Because if you are ready for sacrifice and you're utilizing what is at your hand instead of trying to gather the resource unnecessarily, your Dhaya won't trouble you. And Saturn's 10th aspect falls on the 5th house from the moon. Now 5th house is also very important because it's about the food. It's about the stomach of the moon. Will moon feel full? Will your mind feel full? Will your emotions feel complete? That's the 5th house. The product of your emotions. What are you going to produce? Hatred or love? Peace or chaos? That's observed by Saturn's 10th aspect, and Saturn would want to work. So it will give you some hint, it will make you work, and it will not provide you, and then it will ask you to work more and then still not provide you. So you will end up chasing the carrot and you will become the rabbit. But why? This is to cut off, because you will become so pissed off with the situation, you will say go to hell. You will simply lose that thought from the mind because it's like you were always deprived. Now that can be a sad situation, that can be a depressing situation, but that's how Saturn works. Saturn is not a happy planet. Saturn is the planet that brings his leg into a running man and the man topples down. But that's how he saves the man from falling off the cliff. He's not going to call and make him sit down. He's going to give him the experience. So the experience when the Saturn goes in the 8th house is very tough. But if one becomes spiritual, if he's doing spiritual karma, if he's walking the path of spirituality, if he's doing a mantra sadhana, if he's doing meditation, if he's doing siddhi, Saturn in the occult house from the moon is going to give you all that inclination. Maybe out of fear, you will talk to an astrologer. Maybe out of fear, you are scared of an outcome, you're scared of something and you have no idea. You consult a professional person, you consult somebody. You started following some positive person, you started chanting a mantra, you started following your dharma. Maybe out of fear, you're not doing a bad karma. That fear is good. But because the origin of fear is unknown, we lose the sensation of control of our life. And once that sensation of control goes away, all hell breaks loose. So you have to be careful when you have an Ashtam Dhaya, you have to analyze the situation. Instead of trying to find the source of the problem, try to treat the problem symptomatically. This is the reverse situation. Don't find the source. Believe in God, have trust in God, and keep walking. If it's not working after your multiple attempts, that means for the time being, shelve it. For the time being, leave it aside. Focus your energy somewhere else. See if that works. Sometimes hit and trial is the best way you can achieve success in life. But overall, your emotions are going to take the beating. Your emotions are going to take a toll, and you have to be very, very attentive to minute changes in your life, because Saturn is going to bring transformation, but the transformation is very slow. So you have to observe slightest of the change, the calibration, because 8th house is transformation. If a Rahu or Mars goes into this house, it shows rapid transformation. Saturn slows down the transformation. Saturn is kind of calibrating or fine-tuning your moon. So whatever happens is not going to be very rapid. It's not like the entire Ashram Daya is going to be bad for you. But the problem is it will hang you in between. There will be maybe 3 bad incidents, but in the span of 3 years, but you are just stuck with the emotions related to those incidents. Remember, when was Saturn 8th from your moon? I know it's there right now for all you Gemini people. You are facing that, so you may be able to relate what I'm saying. Share your experiences in the comment section so that other people can understand, because that's like live example. But all other 11 zodiac signs, you must have seen this at least in the past 30 years. Try to learn, try to remember what Saturn did at that time. And it may not be physical, it manifests through your mind. And if you're too scared, pray to Ma Kali. Om Jayanti Mangala Kali, Bhadra Kali Kapalini, Durga Shama Shiva Dhatri, Swaha Swadha Namostute. I may have committed some mistake while praying this, but it's just a bhakti. I'm not asking anything. Pray this shloka with all your heart, like a child who calls his mother. Pray to Ma Kali as your mother. Seek protection, nothing else. Seek the guidance, nothing else. And surrender to the power of nature. You have to go deep, because Saturn in the 8th house is deep rooted. It is going to bring out the deep rooted problems, and you have to fight that. But that's life, right? That is what is positive about this. It cleans up the mess. It cleans up your mind, and it detaches you from all negativity. If you have this, and if you're about to go into this, enjoy. So guys, that was a brief take on Saturn's position, which is 8th from the moon. I hope you like this, and if you like, do not forget to hit like, subscribe, and the bell icon so that you never miss another update. This is your host Puneet. We'll meet in the next video. Till then, namaste.